What's up, everybody? Hey, is anybody out there watching? Let me know. Hey, Emma, survival. I'm doing good. If you want to jump on here sometime, talk to me. The link's down below. This is kind of experimental for me. I was trying this thing out. I got a whopping 2 people watching. One of them's probably me. All right. Yeah, I just kind of hoping somebody jump on here. I left the link down below if you want to jump on, Emma. You'll be broadcast live with me here. Say hello, my little friend. He's bad. Here, look, right, right. Look. I don't think Riley wants to be on video tonight. Got any subjects you want to talk about, Emma? Where are you from, Emma? I'm from Carroll County, Virginia, myself. So you've been buying traps. I got a few traps myself. My uncle, he taught me to do some trapping. When I was younger, I don't this year the hides ain't There ain't much of a market for the hides this year. West Lafayette, Indiana. Huh? I don't know if I've ever been to Indiana. I've been to a lot of places. I don't think Indiana was among them. Uh, I watched some of your videos there, Emma, but I actually tagged you in the 5 EDC get home bag items. Got some kind of weird echo going on here. Yeah, it was like 5 EDC or get home bag items that you think are important. So I got 3 watching now, so it's are y'all hearing that echo? Oh, okay. Hey, Parlesk, you want to jump on here, buddy? The link's down below. I'm just experimenting with stuff here.
Here. Thank you. Open it back up.
Hey, Barless, you're live, buddy.
What's going on? I had had the microphone muted. I was talking, nobody could hear.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got a whopping 2 people watching here, so.
You have the you have the live broadcast open in another tab. Is why it's echoing.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn all this stuff. I may start my own hangout thing sometime.
If you go over to your other tab on your browser that has this going on and mute it, it won't feed back.
I think I done that. I had the other window open. Is it?
Okay.
You getting feedback now? But
I'm not now. I was just a second ago.
Mm-hmm. I ordered one of your Go gauges there a while back. Put it in my Mossberg 500.
When did you order it?
It's been about a month or 2 ago.
You should have sent me an email. I'd have sent you over a coupon code for it.
Oh, I think you did. I got your coupon code.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I pretty much built that shotgun from like a receiver. It was actually in a fire. A guy gave it to me.
Yeah.
And I probably got more in it than it's worth, but I thought it'd be neat just to build one from the ground up.
I've been watching the series.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I even made a bayonet. I thought it'd be cool to have a Picatinny mount bayonet, and I got to looking like online. I couldn't find nothing really good, and ended up making my own. I got that Firefield bayonet. That thing was a joke. I mean, it was about as big as my hand when I got it. But it was sharp, but it was like flimsy. But I don't know.
I think you think they would make one that screws into the end of it.
Oh, you mean like SOS he bought? Like it was one from what's that company? Like Leapers company. It's an attachment that goes on the end of the tube, the barrel nut.
I don't know. I'd have to look them up. I'd say there's probably several different ones that are made that way.
Are you talking about the bayonet lug or the Picatinny?
No,
mount?
just the bayonet that's like the tube's built into it, or the end cap's built into it.
Huh. I never thought about that.
But on the 500s, does that screw? It don't screw all the way out, does it? Or does it?
What the barrel barrel? Oh, what do you call it?
Yeah, the tube cap that screws in.
Yeah, it's got like a lock washer on the back of it. Yeah, you can't. It's hard to get that off. I mean, when you screw it into the tube,
The top of the lug. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's been going on? Anything fun?
Just working mostly, splitting wood, and I don't know. What you been into?
Oh, nothing really fun. We bought a farm back last year, and I've been working on it a lot. But since since winter's hit, I've not been down there in a couple of months. We're planning on selling the house where we live right now. I'm moving down there. It's about, I don't know, 15 minutes away. But I kind of live in the subdivision, so we're planning on building a house down there. And I put a pond in, and it's got a spring on it. We got, I think, about 8 acres down there.
Yeah, I got a pond in the property my house sits on is 2 acres. I got a pond down here at the bottom of the hill. You probably seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it in video.
Just down the road, about probably a half mile, 3/4 mile. I got another 16 acres of land. It's like farmland, but I like someday when I get closer to retirement, maybe build a house down there. I don't know. It's kind of crazy, but this one's actually paid for, and I've been remodeling it. But I just thought it'd be cool to get further off the road when I get closer to retiring. But
yeah, down my way, you would think land would be cheap down here, but man, you can't find land anywhere down here.
Yeah,
nobody gets rid of land, and the coal companies own a lot of land. They don't get rid of any of it.
mm-hmm. This here in Carroll County, back in I don't know if it was during the Clinton administration or when, but there was a big land boom. People from out of state was buying up land around here like crazy, and it made it hard for people that's trying to live here, to buy land or houses because all the out of staters coming in and buying it up. And I don't know, it's the price decent now, but
here we have probably 4 or 5 big families that own most of the land. Between them and coal companies, I mean, they probably own 60-70% of the land in the county.
Oh yeah.
I
mean, you ever heard of Mike Turman?
What's that?
I said it was a man by the name of Mike Turman. Own anything down there?
Not that I know of.
Okay. He's a big well, I don't know. He's got a sawmill, lumber company, log building companies. He owns a lot of stuff here in Carroll County. I think he owns a lot of land and stuff in Whitful and
I think a buddy of mine bought some wood off him. Actually, a buddy of mine just built a house and went somewhere up towards Whitful and bought all of his barn wood for the outside.
It's possible.
He said this guy has kilns like down in Georgia, and he said when you pull up to his place, there's wood stacked up all the way down the road for miles.
It's very possible. I mean, he's got a lot of land around here, and he owns a hardwood flooring company in Galax.
The company I used to work for.
I've heard you got a lot around here.
Are you around Galax?
Yeah, very close to it. Yeah, that's Galax is actually where I work. So.
Oh, okay. I used to work for a company a couple years ago, and their office is in Galax. SureFlow. They sell fire equipment, and they test bottles and packs and SCBAs.
Uh-huh.
They're out of Galax.
Okay.
I'm about, let's see how far I am from Galax. Let's see here. I'm about 2.5 hours from Galax.
Yeah, it's pretty good ride. Pretty good ride. hard to believe. If you drove from one end of Virginia to the other, it'd probably take you 8 hours. Probably if you drove from the Tennessee end out to the East Coast, it'd probably take you 8 hours.
Yeah, I've driven. Usually once a year, I end up in Norfolk, and it takes about 8 hours for me to get to Norfolk, and uh, I'm about as far west as you can go in Virginia. There's one more county past me, Lee County, uh, and to get to the other end of Lee County, it's about an hour and a half to get to the very end of Lee County. But Lee County is out; it's way out in the sticks.
I used to. Hey, buddy, how you doing? I used to drill down there in Marion. That's probably about an hour from you, ain't it?
Yeah, Marion, it's about an hour or so away from, maybe a little bit longer than an hour from me. Marion's where the mental institution, our closest mental institution is. So that's all you hear is when people say that you're going to Marion, that's where you're going to the mental institution.
Yeah, they automatically assume and start thinking funny.
When you say, where are you going? I'm headed up to Marion. They think you're headed up to the mental institution.
Yeah. Yeah. I do. I was in the engineer unit back. That's where I started my career in the Army, the Marion unit.
Oh, okay.
I started off as a mechanic, and later on I become one of the equipment operators, and then they done away with my MOS. Back in 2005 or 6, they changed to like carpenters or just general construction, no heavy equipment operators, and then I decided to move to another unit.
I think down here we had combat engineer unit, and I think that's the only one we had down this way was combat engineers.
That was probably National Guard, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the Army Reserve. I'm federal. National Guard is state.
Yeah. I don't think there's I think Marion was the closest Army down this way. I'm pretty sure it was. I don't think there's anywhere.
Now like there's like about 5 reserve units in my area. Like you got one at Salem, or as far as centers, you got one at up in Roanoke. You got one at Marion, Dublin, then Galax. Shoot, oh, Bedford too. But those are the closest ones to me from Southwest Virginia, I guess.
You ever go to the gun show down in Hillsville?
Yeah, yep. Live right beside it.
The big flea market they have every year.
Yeah, that's a big one.
A buddy of mine was going up there, and I told him, I said, you need to go find you a wagon. And he's like, what? And I was like, you need to go get you a kid's wagon with pneumatic tires on it if you plan on staying. And he thought I was kidding. And the second year he went, he took a wagon with him. I said, you'll get tired of carrying stuff around.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, pretty flea market. But it used to be the I guess you could say the ATF have really put a hurting on the gun show because they have a strong presence there. They even set up booths there now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they got their own booth set up now. There was one street we used to call the Gun Trader Alley. It's actually behind the VFW, and it's thinned out a lot from what it used to be. I mean, it used to be a lot of people would set up that street, and now very few. It's just I don't know. They really put hurting on it, but it ain't what it used to be.
I'd say that people are getting scared.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean the law. Well, people from North Carolina had come up and set up here, and they
Yeah,
can't do that. It's only Virginia residents can sell without a license or permit. But from my
yeah.
understanding,
I usually head up your way every once in a while. My sister lives up in Roanoke, so I'm up there quite a bit.
yeah, I gotta go up there tomorrow.
Up in Roanoke.
Yeah.
But if I have, usually if I hunt, I'll go up and hunt. She's got 40 some acres. I'll go hunt her property.
Yeah, well, I got I've lived in Carroll County all my life, and I know a lot of people that's got land, and you know, we got a place down in Dougsburg, if you know where, or Floyd. It's like a big farm. We get down there and hunt, but so about once a year, me and my brother-in-law, one of my brother-in-laws, he likes to dog hunt. We go down to Eastern Virginia. Hunting with deers with dogs is legal east of the Blue Ridge in most counties, I think, but it's kind of like chasing big rabbits.
Yeah, a lot of. I got some buddies that live out there, and they dog hunt a lot. It's
That's
pretty much you just sit there with the shotgun and then wait for the dogs to run
yeah,
deer in front of you.
yeah. People think it's easy. I've heard people joked at me about it. I was like, oh, maybe you'll try it sometime because I mean the way everything is, it's like you're in a fire lane and dogs are chasing, and you got if a deer jumps out in that road, they've been run before. Those deers that been get run a lot, they'll run circles in the woods. Yeah, they know what happens when they jump out in the road. They get shot at, and when they do come out in the road, a lot of times you just got a few split seconds to make a decision, shoot or not shoot.
Oh yeah.
You got to be real careful because of dogs. You might get real excited, think a deer is jumping out, and it may actually be a dog, not a deer.
Yeah, that's what my buddy said. He said you gotta make sure you got good dogs that don't run right on their heels, because if you do, then most times you get your dog shot.
Yeah, uh, it's a pretty wild experience. It's different. Um, one thing I learned down there, like uh, buckshot, like if you're used to aiming behind the front shoulder with a rifle, that and you do the same thing with buckshot, you may or may not. The deer, a deer can keep a running after they've been shot in the side, but the best place to aim with buckshot, I found out, is like the neck and head area. If you want to
Yeah.
stop a deer with buckshot, because aiming behind the front shoulder is not a guaranteed kill with buckshot.
Well, a lot of times too, if you with buckshot, if you aim behind the shoulder, if they're running, you end up shooting them right in the gut.
Mm. One of them guys down east, he said, "Aim for the nose." For the nose. I ended up killing two down there this year. Which I never made a video about it, but actually, me and the guy at work, he's a welder, pretty good welder. We built a mobile deer hanging station that slides into the receiver of a truck, and it's
Hmm.
got like a boat crank. You can just crank the deers up. I should have made a video about some of my hanging rigs. I got one out here on a tree similar to it.
Yeah, I didn't hunt any this year. I helped a guy skin one deer out that got hit by a car, and I didn't even hunt any this year.
Yeah, usually from about October to December, the beginning of October, December, the end of December, I hunt. That's a big part of my life, I reckon. About this time last year, Me and them boys, we went down to Texas on that hog hunt, that heli hog hunt.
Yeah.
Man, that was a blast. I want to go back and do it again.
Did you shoot them out of the helicopters or shoot at them out of the
Yeah,
helicopter?
it ain't really hunting. It's more like shooting. We
Uh,
killed me and my brother-in-law when we was up in the air. We killed 4 coyotes too. Probably I don't know 8 or 9 pigs. I got out my Glock and started shooting at one. They said I hit it, but I don't know.
did y'all keep any of them, or they donate them to the poor?
Well, the ranch we was on, we actually we was in Loyal Valley, Texas, and we actually got lucky and rented the cabin that on the ranch that we were hunting, and it was just dumb luck because they was telling people to get a motel in Fredericksburg, but I looked for something in Loyal Valley, and the morning we got there, it's like here comes a helicopter landing. I was like, oh, cool, and we wasn't scheduled to hunt till Saturday. I wasn't thinking, I didn't know, but like if they hunt different areas and they'll start on a Friday. And this one group had an 8-hour hunt scheduled before we did. And their 8-hour hunt, they just about, I mean, they wiped out a lot of hogs. And down there, you're not really out for the meat. You're just eradicating them. They're
Right.
just like, they're just a menace. And like, if you're in a helicopter and you land, that takes time off of you to get a pig. It takes time off of your hunt. And the guy, the ranch hand, or well, the son, we talked to his mom and about going back and getting some more of the pigs, and she said if her son had been there, he was at some kind of convention that he'd lead us back there and we could get some more of the pigs. But we only come away from 2 from the actual helicopter hunt. Then we went down to I think it was Pleasanton, Texas, and did like a ground hunt. I killed a coyote down there, and my brother-in-law and his brother-in-law, they killed 2 pigs.
I'd say down there, if you kill one of them and don't go get it back, I mean, I'd say within a couple hours, all the other ones probably eat them.
Either them or the coyotes. The second day, I hunted with what was the name of him? Helly. It's not this hat, but this guy. He was an Iraq veteran, and I got a discount because veteran discount, but he flew us. So we hunted by hours. We had a 4-hour hunt, and there was 4 of us. So me and my brother-in-law got to go up for 2 hours, and the other 2 went up for 2 hours, and so we went up. The way we done it, we went up 1 hour, come back, landed. Uh, the other 2 went up for an hour, come back, landed, and because of weather, we didn't get to finish the other 2 hours till the next morning. And we had good action the first day we hunted, and then we went up for our last 2 hours the next day. And the only thing we jumped up was we jumped up a gang of 4 coyotes, and me and my brother-in-law shot 3 of them. The other 2 guys got skunked, but didn't see any hogs the second day. But then we went down to Pleasanton, Texas, on that ground hunt, and they had feeders, and was able to shoot and kill some stuff down there. Then we went up to I can't remember the name of it, but about an hour south of Dallas to a place that's where I got this hat, and that was a deal where my brother-in-law knew somebody owned a ranch or knew this guy, a guy who knew this guy. They actually have their own TV show, and they said Ted Nugent had hunted with them. They had an awesome lodge, and we just stayed there the night there. And his ranch hand took us out like coyote calling and hog hunting on the ground the next day. We didn't actually fly that with that group, but they put us up for a night in their hunting lodge, which is pretty awesome.
We're starting to get hogs here. Last year they killed several, and I think they're starting to see them. We're starting to see them a lot this year too. So it won't be. I'd say a couple more years, and they'll be all over the place. I know up in West Virginia, where some buddy of mine's working coal mines on the strip jobs, they kill hogs up there all the time.
Really?
Yeah. So it won't be. I always heard growing up that there were wild hogs here, but you never did really see a lot of them, and now you're starting to see them. People shooting them. So it won't be too awful long that we'll be covered up with them.
They say there's a lot of bear around here, but I haven't never seen one yet.
We got quite a bit of bear here, but they're all nasty because all they do is eat trash.
Mm.
And then we got quite a bit of elk where they're coming over from Kentucky. Kentucky has a bunch of elk, and then I'm only about probably 15 miles from Kentucky, and they're starting to migrate over into Virginia now. Cool. I think they got a herd of 200 or 300.
Now, used to the law in Virginia was if you seen an elk, you could shoot it just like a deer and check it in as a deer. That used to be the law. I don't know if it's still like that or not, but
no, now I don't even think. I think it's illegal to shoot it. Actually, I know it's illegal to shoot elk now because they had 2 of them that were poached this year, and they're still looking for the people that poached them. So I think really? A lot of the elk are tagged because Kentucky has a elk lottery where you can hunt them. It's just like a regular lottery. You put in for it, and if you win, they let you take one elk. But 2 of them got poached in Virginia this year, and I'm pretty sure they were tracked. They had trackers on them because they retrieved the carcasses of them. Don't know how else they would know. Well, I just saw the wife pull in, so I'm gonna jump off. Yeah, let me know if you do this again. I'll jump on sometime.
All right, man. I appreciate it. I just I want to. I'm trying to learn how to do the Google Hangouts, and so yeah, I want to do more prepping stuff. I've been watching. I've been on a few of the Hangouts with Finger Lakes preppers and some of them guys, and I don't know. I'll try to think of. We'll try to get something going.
Yeah, let me know and I'll jump on.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
See you, buddy.
Yeah, take it easy. Hey, if anybody else out there want to jump on, links down below. We'll talk a few minutes. Is the M40 gas mask worth investing? Yeah, I believe so. I think that's the newer one we're using. Well, it's not the newest, but it's a newer one we're using. At least it's got the filter on the outside. The mask for it, I can't remember what the model number was. We actually had a mask that had the filter on the inside of the mask, So it didn't make a lick of sense because you actually had to raise the mast to change the filter, and that's not a good thing. So yeah, as long as your gas mask has the filter on the outside, I say it's worth investing in. But uh, I don't know if you've seen the one I had. I've actually got a mask for my own use. It's the Navy mask. I can't remember what the model is, but anyway, it's got the whole view. I don't know how to explain it. The full spectrum. Instead of two eye ports like the M40, but they have one called the M50. It's pretty wicked looking. I haven't used the M50, but I like the looks of it. I think they are. Let me look it up real quick. Yeah, it is one big piece, one big glass or lens. It looks pretty mean. The M50. I've never used one though. Uh, I think if you get um I don't think it uses the same filters as the M40 and a lot of the I guess you call it the older NATO models. I think a lot of the older models, not the M50, but the other models, all use the same filter. So if you're looking at stockpiling a bunch of filters, you might want to look at getting something other than the M50. Actually seen the M50 for sale at a Army Navy store about a week or two ago, and it, they had it priced pretty high. Nah, you're right. I don't think they're interchangeable with the new ones. If you ever want to join me sometime, the link's down below. Or degree of difficulty. Oh, I see. All right. I'm probably gonna hop off here. Y'all have a good night. This is more of an experiment than anything. Glad y'all did flip over and watch it. Thank you. Yeah, I've been networking with some other prepping channels. They're most of them are actually on another Google Hangout tonight. So this was a spur of a moment thing. I thought if I don't get on the panel, I'm gonna try to figure out how to do my own Google Hangouts and I'll start my own panel. So and try to probably won't be on Friday night, so I'll try to do it on another night out of respect for them. It might give me a few more viewers too. So appreciate you watching though. This is a lot of fun. I mean, I don't know if you make any videos or not, but it's enjoyable to get on here and talk to other people. But all right, you have a good night there, Anzacs.